you didn't see in yourself, and that was you were being thirsty or desperate to just have anybody be in your presence, even if they didn't deserve it. You didn't see in yourself, and that was you were being thirsty or desperate. Sorry, just looked up YouTube. Okay, cool. All right. So anyway, let me hit this record button. Let's go ahead and get started. But let me say this real quick. Again, family, just don't be thirsty. Don't be thirsty. You know what? If a person, let me give it to you guys like this. And he just wrote a book, and let me share this book with you guys. He did not just write a book. Dr. Miles has been gone for several years, but there's this book. Let me turn this slide off so you guys can see it in case you want it. It's called Single, Married, Separate, and Life After Divorce by Dr. Miles Monroe. This is what it looks like. So I'm actually going through it and rereading it. But the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, until you understand and love yourself, it's better to be alone than to constantly be in connection with people who don't actually belong in your life. The only let me say this really, really quick, and we got to get started because we got 3 minutes to go. But let me say this and let's get started. Sometimes we don't use good filters when we allow certain people into our lives. And we allow people into our lives who never belonged there in the first place. And then when they get there, we don't know how to get rid of them. Now, I'm not telling you to divorce your husband or your wife. I'm not telling you that. But I'm just saying we don't use screening materials. So in other words, a better way of saying it, and this has to do with friends, some family members, lovers, whatever. What interview process do you actually have in place that says, here's where I actually stand on myself? I hear a lot of people say, yeah, well, see, he has to have this and he has to have that. Okay, so you're not looking for love. You're looking for a contract. Okay, there's a difference between a unconditional love and a contract. The moment you start reading off the list of what he has to have or what she has to have, automatically you're telling me that you don't want a love relationship. You just want a contract. Okay, quid pro quo, tit for tat. Because the moment they don't have this list, you're out of there. And that's a whole different category. But the truth of the matter is, it starts with what is self-esteem? And I told you guys this word before. I said it's your estimated value. What do you think you're worth? What do you think you're worth? And if you don't know your worth, here's the problem. If you don't know that you're a piece of gold, then you'll let everybody and anybody handle you as if you're a copper penny. Type in number 3 if you heard me. And then we're going to get started. I will repeat what I said. If you don't know that you're actually a piece of gold, you will let anybody and everybody handle you any kind of way they want because you will consider yourself a copper penny. And when you begin to view yourself as a copper penny, others come into your life who will treat you the same way you view yourself. When my estimated value of myself was lower than it is now, I had the wrong friends around me as I was growing up and this and that because I was very popular in school. But the problem is I was looking for popularity, not personality. Everybody loved my personality, but the fact is, I was doing my thing because of being popular. But it had nothing to really do with, hey, do you really need this much popularity at the cost of your own heart? And the more I started waking up to who I actually am and taking a stand for myself, because I began to wake up to my value, friends and other people began to dissipate. Those who wanted to use me dissipated. And that's okay. Because they weren't there for healthy reasons in the first place. I allowed that to happen. So before we get angry about what people do, we have to look and say, am I allowing this? And if I am allowing this and tolerating this, then why? Even with your children. Trust me, I got five of them and 5 grandkids. Everybody understand what I'm saying? What do you think you're worth? I don't care. Well, I grew up in an abusive home. It doesn't matter. I get it. It hurts. But what they said about you really is irrelevant. It don't even matter. Because some of them had very low estimated values of themselves. So, of course, if they don't see value in themselves, how are they going to ever see value in you? Same thing with an ex-spouse or ex-lover. They don't see the value of themselves. So, of course, they latched onto you, hoping you was going to fulfill everything they needed and wanted. And when you couldn't, then they started railing on you with their bad words. But the truth is, you was a leech because you didn't love you. But that doesn't mean that the words that came out of your foul mouth is a result of what my actual value is. Let me leave you guys with this thought. I could be a diamond. You could call me a piece of glass all you want. Does it negate the fact that I'm actually a diamond? No. What you say has no relevance. I'll give you guys this and then let's start. How many times have you heard in history where they found some kind of painting or artwork up in somebody's attic, and only to later find a person who actually purchased it, and then they did some homework on it and found out it was worth a lot of money? How many times y'all heard of that before? Anybody heard of that before? Type of one. Type of number one. If you ever heard of those kind of stories. Okay? Y'all see my point? The point is, and I'll close with this and let's get to the charts. The point is the prior owner actually had it in their possession. And many times these are broke people who needed the money. But because they didn't realize what they actually had, they lost it to somebody else who saw its true value and took advantage of its true value. And that's the way people are. You have a true value. And once you find your true value, what other people's estimated value of you was or is doesn't even matter anymore. Well, they call me dumb and stupid. What the hell? Who cares? I don't care. You can call me dumb, stupid, monkey, crazy, this and that. I don't care. That's your opinion. And I don't have to place my value of what I think about me based off of what you say. I don't care. I told y'all in that interview, I don't care where it went to and who saw it. I meant what I said. Kiss both my butt cheeks if you don't like me. I don't care. I don't care. I paid a dear price to be Uncle P. And now all of a sudden here come opinions. You can kiss my behind. Why? Because the pain of becoming who I am caused me to realize I don't need everybody to pat me on the back. Like when I was a teenager. I know my value. I paid a dear price for it. And I'm not going to just drop it because you said X, Y, Z, and I don't even know you. And you don't even know me. Everybody understand what I'm saying? Now let's go ahead and get started with class because we ain't supposed to be talking about that. At 9 o'clock Eastern, actually just a few minutes ago, I have a fresh video that came out that I recorded day before yesterday. I actually recorded those trades live using the Ocean Wave system, but I closed them out before yesterday because I knew yesterday was going to be fireworks with news events. So, which it actually happened. And today, I told you guys, those who watched my Sunday video, thank you very much for the support. But I'm really supporting you because I told you in advance that Tuesday and Wednesday was going to be fireworks. And as we go through the charts, you guys are going to see that the market did a lot of fireworks. Okay, so it was very hard to gauge if you're trying to be, like I say all the time, if you're trying to be a reversal trader, which means supply and demands on support and resistance levels, tops and bottoms, bounces off of trend lines, even our 415 strategies, all those things, you have to wait until the noise is over. You got to be very, very skeptical. Now, if you were the Ocean Wave system, you have the Ocean Wave system, you probably caught a ton of pips off of it. 1 or 2 trades would have lost. Like I was in GBP Swiss, which I closed out. I said, you know what? I made some good pips on this and we can look at that. I made some good pips off of it, but I said, you know what, it's too much noise. And I thought about it, I said, man, but this one is so sexy. I really want to hold this trade. But I said, nah, maybe Uncle P, stick to the rules, which we're going to talk about today. And thank God I did, because eventually it actually did shoot up. But guess what it did first? It spiked all the way down. So had I held that trade, it would have hit my stop and then shot up into profit, which is why I'm telling you guys, come to class and watch my videos. I'm not just producing videos just for the fun of it. I'm really trying to help you. I don't like taking trades before news events. I'm not the expert in that. Now, on the flip side of that, Mr. Elvis is better at it than me. Okay, so let's go to my intros and then let's get started. And again, I got to be literally out of here by 10 a.m. Eastern. Oh, Sonia, you said she was in that too, the GBP Swiss. See, I ain't the only one. All right. Let's go to my announcements. Number one, I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not trying to give you financial advice. We're just looking at the charts and trying to interpret what they're saying. And by the way, welcome all our anybody who's tuning in from YouTube. Thank you very much. It is on a 10-second delay, so if you want to join and be in class and ask me questions live, in which I'm gonna try to rush through this so we can have enough time to I can be able to answer questions and be able to speak with you. So if that's so, click on the Zoom link below and you can join that way so that I can actually talk directly to you if you have questions. Number two, when we do get to the question and answer period, please make sure that your background noise is under control, because this is being recorded for playback and they do want to hear your questions. And I do want to hear, I'm not taking questions. I'm not taking questions yet. Not yet, but when we do get to that period, and let me see something. I don't see hands. That's a good one. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so just once I say, okay, we're doing questions, okay, I'll see your hand raised. So once we do get to the Q&A period, I'll be taking hands. As long as I do see you, sis, so make sure to keep your hand raised once we do that, okay? All right, but anyway, when we get to the question and answer period, please make sure that your background noise is under control, because this is being recorded for playback, and there's a lot of people who want to hear your question and they want to hear my answer, because a lot of times the questions that you ask, somebody else also have the same question and they just didn't have the opportunity or time to be able to ask it. But it's one of my favorite times of class, oftentimes, okay? But it can be heard during playback if there's too much noise, like a barking dog, screaming baby, and this and that, okay? Make sure that you're using quote-unquote disposable income when you're trading. That means that you've already tested your strategy, got comfortable with whatever method you want to use, and now you're on a live account or you're trying to go through a prop firm challenge. Make sure that you're using disposable income. Even if you're trying to purchase a challenge, use a disposable income. What does that mean? It means do not use your bill money. Hey, I got to pay the house note. I got to pay the car note. I got to pay my baby mama, my baby sugar daddy, and this and that, and the Similac money. And then, no. Anything that's designated for bills, do not put yourself in a hole talking about, well, let me put it into the market and flip this money 50 times and then I'll pay my bills. It does not work. And trust me, there are millions of traders on the planet, and a whole lot of them did that stupidity. And what it did, it caused emotional stress, and they end up breaking their rules because now they're gambling with money they should never have taken to the market. Type of 5, if you guys agree with that. It puts too much pressure on you. Okay. So never do that. Start with a demo account, and then from there, when you feel comfortable, start with an amount that you feel comfortable losing, because these markets can get wild like they did over the last 24 hours, and you can lose some trades. Okay. All right. If anybody's saying that, hey, I'm Uncle P, I'm Miss Jenny, I'm Miss Donna, which, by the way, thank you, Miss Donna, in the group. Mr. Elvis, I'm Miss Nancy, I'm this, that. I'm a representative ambassador to the fifth power of Super Easy Forex. And if you send me some Bitcoin or something, I'll pray for you. The devil is a lie. It's a lie, and the truth's not in them. It is a scammer. Please let us know. Send an email to superezforex@gmail.com and send screenshots so we can try to track down this person and get them kicked out of our group if they're in our group. If not, we can track them down and report them to IC3, which is the Cybercrime Division. I'm not playing with people. Okay. All right. We did do that. I want to welcome all new people who's tuning in for the first time. And by the way, Here's an update on the Signals Group as of this morning. Mr. Elvis had closed out 10 winners and only 2 losses so far, and this is only Wednesday. So if you want to join the Signals Group, please feel free to do so. All right, let's get to a couple of things, and then we'll get to the charts, and then we'll try to wrap up with Q&A, and then we're done. Thank you very much for those who saw my interview. We actually did the interview, I think, over a month ago. They just had, he releases them once a week, so he interviews a lot of people. So I was very honored to be interviewed by Calvin. That was very, very nice. If you haven't seen it, please take a look at it. And if I've ever done anything nice for you, please just leave a nice little positive comment. That would be helpful. Okay. All right. By the way, if anybody saw it already, did you enjoy it? Type a number 7 if you enjoyed the interview, if it was helpful to you. A lot of times, here's my point of why I did what I did. It's not a normal interview. Okay. What I did was I really wanted to speak from the heart, because oftentimes when people are being interviewed, we interview people who we deem to be successful, and then they talk from the elevated position of my success, and it sounds like, it's inspiring to know that I'm happy that you're there, but did you go through anything, or am I the only one? Because oftentimes trading is a very lonely business, even in your own home, because chances are the people in your house don't even know what you're doing. You tell them, but they don't understand. And so when you're going through a slump or something, the market ain't acting right, or you just lost a trade, all that emotional burden has to be carried by you alone. There's nowhere to take it to. And so nobody speaks on that level of what it feels like to try to pursue a trading career and your dream, when your dream is the very thing that's destroying you on the inside. Type of amen if you feel me. I want to make sure y'all understand what I'm saying, why I did the interview the way I did. Yes, we talked about charts, I went along with it, but I really wanted to convey that I understand what it feels like to have a broken heart as you're trying to walk towards a dream. I carry so many dreams in my heart until it burdens me. I pray many times, God, just let me be a regular person. And when I say regular, that means let me just accept normal, because my goals and dreams in my head are so big, until the weight of me not being able to make it to my dreams or not see the path to get there devastates my heart. It's hard to carry it. And so I wanted to put my heart out there so you guys will know this is what it feels like when you're pursuing a dream and it seems like you'll never get there. This is what it feels like to do XYZ. Here's the mistakes I made along the way, so that maybe you'll learn a better way of being balanced as you're chasing your dream, so that your dream don't overshadow and overwhelm you to the point where you become addicted to the dream, to the exclusion of those who does not deserve that type of behavior. And let me say this before I get to my next point. From the interview, I hope you guys really understand why I highly honor my wife, Nancy. But here's the point. Some of you guys are making a big mistake in your Forex trading career or your trading career. And part of that is you're demanding allegiance from people who don't even know what you're doing. And you go into this little quiet place and you come out sometimes happy, or you go into this quiet place and you come out with an attitude. They really don't even know what you're doing, but they see that you're constantly going through emotional turmoil and they're being affected by it. Money is coming into the accounts, but it's also fleeing back out, and they don't know what's going on. And then when you try to have a conversation with them, you're not being transparent. You're hiding what's really going on with you emotionally. And all they see is your wrath and anger, or you're upset and pissed off. And at the same time, you're demanding their allegiance to you and your dream. But this is my dream. This is what okay, calm down, calm down. Calm down. And you never once even asked them what their dream was. Not once. but you're demanding that they go along with your Forex journey. And all they see is the results of what you look like after the market whooped you behind. They don't know what's going on. One of the things I constantly did, and just take my advice. This is going to be, what I'm about to tell you is far better than me even showing you a chart. Because I guarantee ain't nobody in the Forex arena ever spoke on this. You don't want to lose everything in pursuit of a dream. But by the time you get there, you end up being there alone. So here's this, and let's move on to the next thing. The one thing I did do right, I consistently kept asking Nancy, what is it that she wanted to do? What was her dream? I didn't just keep repeating what I wanted to do. I also wanted to make sure that I can support her in whatever journey she wanted. So she didn't feel like my dream is the only one that matters. And if she don't jump on board, then I must be in a bad relationship. No, it's not that I'm in a bad relationship. I'm the bad person in the relationship because I'm being selfish, because my dream is consuming me. This market can consume you. And I'm expecting her to accept the consumption of the market. In other words, you take stage, you decide piece. I got me a new chick called the Forex market, and that thing consumes you day and night. You're working, you're just thinking about the charts, and now you're just consuming everything else. Doesn't even matter. And you're so blinded by where you're trying to go until you don't even take consideration for the people you're dragging along with you. And you're demanding their allegiance, and y'all in that house arguing all the time. And it's foolishness. It is not the other person, it is you. You're the problem. You're being inconsiderate. I know this is stuff in the Forex market don't nobody want to talk about because it don't produce sales, and that's okay. I'm not here for your sale. I'm here for your heart. I don't want you losing everything. I told you years ago when I was younger, I worked at this other company. If I say the name, you guys would instantly know the company name. And these two white guys was on stage talking, and God knows why or whatever. I was a young black guy, but these were wealthy people. Scottsdale, Arizona, had their own helicopters. And for whatever reason, these two guys who were speaking on the stage at this event, when I signed up to do their little program, and this and that, I hustled, and God allowed them to just like me and took me under their wing. These are wealthy men. And I had one-on-one conversations, check-ins with them all the time. And I was honored. But I did notice, I will never forget this. One of them was so wealthy, he had his own mansion, and up in Scottsdale, Arizona, had his own helicopter and everything else. There was you do them presentations back in the day before COVID. They had them presentations. This guy was on the stage speaking, showing pictures of him and his family taking helicopter rides on his personal helicopter. He didn't rent the helicopter. He owned it to get around town, going on trips and this and that. But as we were talking in these meetings, I will never forget what I saw or what I heard. We would always start warm-up conversations about our families. Hey, how's everything? Chit-chat, and then we get into business. Eventually, over time, the one who had the helicopter stopped talking about his family. And then the other one stopped talking about his family. And then one thing that ringed in my head, one day I was like, okay, dude who was the second person always hanging out in Scottsdale, Arizona at the helicopter man's house. I'm like, that's not normal if you have a family. Come to find out, both of them were divorced. They lost their families. Wealthy as hell, Lord forgive me, but wealthy as hell, but lost their families. And I said, oh, this can't be for me. Type amen if y'all understand what I'm saying. It's okay to be passionate, but don't let your passion drive you crazy and make the ones who really love you be pushed out the door. And I guarantee by the time they got all that money and all that success, it was empty, because now you got a whole helicopter with no family to ride. You got a whole mansion and it's all empty with noise of echoes. Nobody to enjoy it with. They lost everything to get something. It's not worth it. And it happens all the time in the Forex market. So in that interview, if you haven't seen it, please watch that interview and make sure you don't do what I did. I made a mistake. And it's only by the grace of God that Nancy was the kind of person she was to really, really support me in my struggle. Because she knew my character. But it still didn't make it right. I was wrong. And I'll admit that. If you understand me, type of 30 and let's move on to the next thing. We got a lot to cover. Whew, running short on time already. Golly, time runs fast. Don't make my mistakes. Don't do that. Okay. All right. Next. All right. Here's something. Let me show you guys this. Let's get to a new positive note. All right. So here's something that I heard the other day. I was listening to this young man who started a business. He was broke, and then he ended up starting a do-rag business and did about $3 million worth of sales off of do-rags. The little head wrap things. For us in the hood, we know exactly what a do-rag is. Okay. But he started a do-rag business and made $3 million at the age of 24. And one of the things he talked about was he said, his life was a reflection of the decisions he made over the last 90 days. Okay. And later on, this was on Sunday, and later on I had turned on church and I was listening to Bishop, and Bishop said, you are born looking like your parents, either your mother or father or both, but you die looking like your choices. I said, oh God, that's so powerful. I got to steal that one. You're born looking like your parents, but you die looking like your choices. So here's what I did for my Forex trading journey. I decided that I'm going to force myself to be accountable to me, since this is a lonely journey. I'm going to force myself to be accountable to me by actually having a 90-day plan, okay? And I'm not going to deviate from that plan. Hell, high water, no matter what the charts or the markets are doing, I'm going to stick to the plan. So what I did was I went on the internet. Now let me turn this light off so you guys can see this. And all this is Forex psychology before we get to the charts, okay? That's what we're doing here. We're talking psychology before we go to the charts. So all I did was I downloaded this on the internet, and it was I just put in a 90-day goal, and and then I click on images in Google, okay? So I just put in the search bar 90-day goals, and then I put in image, 90-day goal. Yeah, that's all I put, 90-day goals, and it'll pull up a list of stuff. If you click on the second option and click on images, it will pull up just pictures. And then I just went on the internet and I found this one that had about 100. I only need 90, but it has 100 bubbles, okay? And this one says 100 days to have it, okay? So all I did was do this, and I printed it, and then I keep a laminator here because I like laminating my stuff so I can reuse it. So basically all I did was I pulled this out, and I started doing this. This is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So tonight I can bubble this in if I complete it by being consistent, and that's all I'm doing. And I'm trying to see if I can remain consistent without breaking any of my own rules for 90 days. Because sometimes these markets start acting crazy, you get emotional, and you break your rules. Okay? Everybody with me? So that's what I did. Okay. Oh, yes, I'll switch. Thank you. Yes, thanks. So if that can help you and you're willing to do that, just print it anywhere. I don't care. You can pull it up on your phone, but you can even make your own. But the point is, if you're willing to do that with me for 90 days, 90 days of trading without breaking any of your trading rules, it doesn't matter what the market does, stick to your plan. Do you think that'll be helpful? Type of 25 in the box if you think that'll be helpful. Because that's one of our biggest problems when we're trading as to why we're inconsistent, because we don't stick to our rules. We keep making up rules, and then by the time Monday hits, market opens on Sunday, by Monday, you've already broken your rules, and this is why we're consistently inconsistent with our results. We don't stick to a plan. So I'm holding myself accountable with my bubble chart for 90 days. The hell of high water, here's my plan. Okay. And somebody asked it, and I'm going to say again, this is just my suggestion, because I do have the ocean wave and I do have the simplicity system. What time fits best for me? Okay. 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I'm going to start looking for ocean wave trades. Okay. Now, as far as pullbacks or whatever, sometimes if I see you tap dancing and you give me the 415, or I take it during that time too. If you have the simplicity system, then you want to wait until at least an hour or two after London starts. Okay. So it's only basically 2 times where you should be looking on these charts if you're doing it my way. Now, if you have your own method, do your own thing. Okay. I'm not trying to cram you into being me, because everybody got their own style of doing things. Some people want to trade off the 5 minute. Some people want to trade off of this and that. That's cool. If you got your own style, I'm not trying to tell you to be exactly like me, because the way I see the charts and the way I like them may not be the way you like them. What I like to trade may not be the thing you like to trade. This is why I'm not trying to cram everybody in the box and say, you have to do it exactly like this. You have your own style. Maybe you're a scalper. You have day traders, you have swing traders, and you have long-term traders. Everybody ain't the same, okay? I fall in between a day trader and a swing trader, okay? That's comfortable range for me, but it may not be for you. But whatever your rules are that you said, okay, here's my trading rules, then stick to it. And that includes not only what time you're going to look at the charts, but it also includes sticking with the plan of not over leveraging, which is the 2 top things that are killing us as a retail trader group. If you agree to that, 50, type 50 in the box if you're in the Zoom meeting. Those are the top 2 things that's constantly killing our accounts. We own the charts too much, and we over leverage too much. So the key word is too much. You're doing too much. And what's funny, if you listen to some of the other interviews, you'll see that these people, they trade very few pairs or very few at a time. They're very selective, very, very picky, which is why they are being interviewed and successful. They're very picky. The average retail trader is coming out gunslinging and just taking anything and everything off these charts, and that's not the responsible way to trade. So let's stick to the plan for 90 days. All right, let's move on to the charts now. All right, so this market has been ratchet and crazy over the last couple of days. So I'm just going to go, see, look at this. This is whack, whack, wiggity whack. That is crazy. Look at that wick. This is why I was telling you guys, withhold off trading, especially if you're a reversal trader looking for 415ers and this and that. I don't care how good the setup is, either take a small position or just hold off, because news can whack these trades like nobody's business. And I told you guys on Sunday, this foolishness was going to happen. Now, truth is, the AUD and the NZD has been acting up. I don't know what's going on with it, why. I know China news came out and it kind of pushed the NZD and this and that, but I don't know. I really don't have an answer for you guys. And the truth of the matter is, and look, I'm looking for 415ers, so that's what I'm starting at. Here's one that I thought was going to be a good one, but thank God I did not take it. Look what happened. News came out, huge wick. I'm going to drop to the 15-minute. Huge. See these candles? Huge wicks. Just taking everybody. Okay? Taking everybody. That's why I monitor. Part of what I do as far as following my checklist, I don't even want to listen very carefully to this. I don't even look at the charts now. I don't look at the charts first. I don't even want to turn them on and get the addiction. Oh, there goes a setup. Oh, nope. I don't even look at my charts first. I look at the news event calendar that I made for myself. Make one for yourself and look at the news. And start going through a process of elimination. Before you even take a trade, go through the process of what does not fit. So even if you are a perfect trade, like the AUD still ain't done. The AUD, let me see. Hold on one second. AUD, let me pull up my my chart, my little spreadsheet. Okay, so the AUD, even if I saw setup, I'm not taking it yet, because later this evening, the AUD is coming out with its unemployment numbers. So therefore, I don't care how good the setup look. Guess what? I don't want you, because in 10 hours, you're going to come out with news. So I'm leaving you alone. You're automatically done. Great British Pound, they had their employment numbers. I have my little selection chart. I just crossed out all the G pairs. I don't care how good it is. I'm not looking at you. Not until that news is over. I'm tired of losing trades to news. Okay? That's why I don't lose trades to news too much no more. Because guess what? I ain't trying to trade through it. Okay. That alone will help some of you guys. Be patient. All right. So let's go through it. I'm going and looking for some 415ers that are decent. And again, if you have the Simplicity Sexy Analyst, you got to be patient. Remember I told y'all about the CHF, the Swiss? I don't trust it. Here it is. I told you I don't trust it for reversal trades. But my God, this thing is magical on the ocean wave. It is a trend trading pair. It's a paradise of pips. Write this in your notes. The CHF is a paradise of pips if you're trading it with the trend. Ocean wave is absolutely the best to do it. Look at this. This thing has never deviated. And I've told you guys for years that the Swiss, the CHF, I never liked it. It was my least favorite pair for trying to trade reversals. 415ers, supply and demand zone, support and resistance levels, bouncing off the trend lines. The worst pair for me was always the CHF, and this is a clear example. But when we created Ocean Wave, oh my God, look at these pips. It is a paradise of pips. So when I'm actually using, for those who have the Ocean Wave, type of 20 if you use an Ocean Wave, if you got it. Because people always ask me, what's my favorite pair? I don't have a favorite pair, but I'll tell you my favorite currencies. Okay, a lot of you guys got it. The CHF is one of my number one in any combination. Okay, any combination. This is one of the ones I look for the fastest, is to see if there's a setup on the CHF. That's what I like to look for. Look at there. Smooth and buttercream soft. Look at this down here. Just no-brainers. Okay? Once you find it, I go for it. Okay? And if there ain't nothing there, then fine. See? This one's starting to tune up. Look at this before the fall. See, a lot of this is news that just happened over the last couple of days, so I ain't worry about it. But look at everything that happened prior to the news. Okay? Smooth fall. Smooth. Okay? Butter smooth. Let me go to the 30 so y'all can see it better. Look at this. Butter smooth. I can take it and I can ride this thing into the sunset. CAD Swiss, same thing. Look at that. Butter smooth. Look at that. It's all the way back here. Okay? Euro, look at that. Butter smooth pips. Just nothing but butter smooth pips. Okay? Butter smooth. Little noise, sideways action, a little something, then a little consolidation, double tap, and that was dropping. Let's look at NZD Swiss. See, butter smooth. This is the stuff I'm looking for. Butter smooth up, butter smooth down. Okay? This one is one that normally is pretty cool, but right now it's too much noise because of the news events. So CHF is one of my favorites for trend trading. That's my point. Look at this. Look at this when this came in. When the confirmation came in, look at here. And this thing ain't never stopped since. So everybody who keep trying to catch the tops on this thing that ran 320 pips straight. So again, this is why I need you guys coming to class so that you'll understand, okay, Uncle P, if you have this type of trading system, what is on your mind? What do you think? And I am telling you, and out of all the pairs that I really would not look for reversals is the Swiss JPY. I really avoid that one out of all of them. Okay, as you can see why. See? A lot of people tried to catch it in this range right here. Right here. Reversal traders. And I've been warning you guys about this for years. I don't care whose system you got. I told you, don't fool with this one. Look at this. So let me ask you this. Does it respect a trend or reversals? Which one? Type. Trend or reversal? Derek got it first. Rob is next. You got it. Y'all got it. It respects the trend. This is why you want to take a look at these pairs and just check them out before you hop into it. I'm going to take me a trade. You better slow your roll, partner. You better slow down and do the interview process. because you jumping in because you just saw a setup. Hold on, do your homework first. Slow down. And this is what I'm disciplining myself. Slow down, go through the process. No, this is one, do not put this on your list. When it comes to Swiss JPY, CHF JPY for reversals, take it off your list. Avoid it. I don't care how perfect the setup looks, avoid it. Okay. Okay. All right, let's get through some more. I'm running low on class. Now, here's a potential. This is what one I got my eye on. I got my eye on you. Okay, I ain't telling nobody to take it. But I sure got my. Okay, why? Look at all this structure or support. Look at this foundation. That's nice. Okay, that is a potential. That one is a potential. This goes all the way back. Problem is, it's still the Swiss, so I'm skeptical. Okay, I'm skeptical. Okay, see all that? This is what it looked like on the 15-minute. Do we have an arrow to buy yet? Do we have an arrow to buy? Yes or no? So you got it first. Donna got it next. Reggie, y'all got it. Liz, I see you. Yes, yes, yes. No, we don't have what we need. We don't have that confirmation. So I got my what? I got my eye on you. So that would be one I will put on my checklist, and I will patiently wait. Especially if you have the Simplicity scanner, it'll send you an alert. And if you have that alert, you double check the news, check everything else, and say, okay, this is a potential because of structure right here, going all the way back here. It just loves this range right here. If I click on the daily time frame, look at this. You can see it very clear from the daily that this is a very strong buy zone, okay, historically. And this goes all the way back to May of 2023, where this historically looks like a potential range of potential. So this one does have potential, okay? So for those who have the Simplicity section, you can, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you, I got my eyes on you. All right, let's go to another one. And I like it because the noise of the markets is starting to slow down. This one wasn't a full 415er, but it was a nice looking reversal on the Euro Swiss right here. See, the Swiss is okay, I don't mind, but the Swiss JPY is not something I'm going to fool with. That's completely off my list. Historically, and this is why you want to journal, because as I was journaling my trades, you go back and say, which currency pairs kills my account the most? What days do not work for my trading style? And that's when you begin to get eye openers and say, okay, if I'm a reversal trader, this is why I keep losing trades. I lost most of my trades at the beginning of the week. So I was like, dang, well, it must be something about that middle of the week. And that's where the term midweek reversals came from. You wait till midweek for the reversals. So if I can have watch this. If I'm a reversal trader, meaning that it hits up into these zones, or I bounces off a trend line, supply and demand zone, support and resistance, all of it is the same thing. It's reversal strategy. And if my winning percentage sucks at the beginning of the week, but if I'm tracking it, I have better results midweek, then what does that tell you? You do not have to come to work as a reversal trader until when? Midweek. You're off work at the beginning of the week. Take off. It's not going to be set up for you. Once in a while, you may get some, but majority of the time, no. Just leave it alone. Just wait. Okay. Oh, Derek, congrats. He said Simplicity sent him a sale on the H1, and he won it straight this morning. Congrats, D. Derek in the house. All right. But my point is just patiently waiting. Just know when it's your turn to come to work. Most of the reversal trades are going to happen midweek. So that's when you can start scheduling yourself as far as discipline, as far as we're looking for reversal trades. Now, again, there may be some off days, and I'll tell you when those happen. When the prior week had fireworks, meaning a lot of news came out and the fireworks just shot everything overboard, like on Friday, I think it was Friday when that happened, then that following week when it opens up, yeah, sometimes you can find some very good reversals, okay? Because the market is trying to correct itself from the prior week, especially on a Friday when the market closed and everything was shooting like fireworks. Then the market wants to fix itself back to normal. Okay, so there you'll find some selections like that. But on a normal week, I found that I was losing most of my reversal trades at the beginning of the week, but most of my trend trades were working out perfectly. So therefore, if that's the case, if I'm going to be in the markets, primarily in the beginning of the week, I should be looking for trend trades. Then midweek is when I come to work and start looking for reversals. Everybody understand that? Type of 10 if you understand that. Know when you're supposed to come to work. This is part of our problem. We know this. Many of you guys who've been with me for a while, you know this is nothing new. We've been talking about this for years. But your habits, and this is why I'm saying do a 90-day plan. Your habit of needing to be in a trade every time the market opens is causing you to fail. It's not the markets. It's not your knowledge. You know what to do. It's called self-control. You lack self-control. Because Sunday opens, Monday opens, and you just feel the need to have to be in the trade, knowing full well that the odds are against you and you still do it anyway. Then when the market breaks past those levels, you get pissed off at the market when in truth, you knew you shouldn't have been touching it. Midweek reverse was not something I made up. That's been a slogan since I started learning about trading, midweek reversals. It's there for a reason. You just have to respect what the market is telling you. I don't want to reverse until midweek, unless there is an exceptional event like last Friday. Other than that, no, I'm going to wait until midweek. It may start on Tuesday, but really on Wednesday, Thursdays, and going into Friday before close of business. Okay? Know your turn and stay off the charts until then. Now, let's go. Let's go to some more. Look at this. Beep, beep. That thing shot all the way up, touched literally to this zone. Retested to same levels and then dropped. Whew, my goodness, that was nice. Okay, EuroCAD. Now this one I had my eye on, but I ended up missing it. Okay, I knew it. See right there? There goes a 415er. Okay, couple of candles touching the top, drop to the 15-minute, and there was the arrow. When did this happen? When did this happen? Type, quickly. Midweek, you got it. See? I'm going to hit Control Y. You can see this just happened last night. Midweek reversal. This is exactly what I'm talking about. If you're a market maker method person, look at this. Here's the high. Boom. Lower high. Tried to make the M pattern just a little slanted, and then it dropped off the map. There you go. It's right there. Know when it's your turn to come to work. Until then, stay off. Let me ask you guys this before I go further, and I'm running out of time, so I want to get to these hands. I'll stop here. I do have another video coming out tomorrow. Let me see if I can show y'all this one. Oh, this was a beauty. Oh, my God, this was a beauty. Ooh, that was a beauty. Okay, I took advantage of that little cute one. That thing was cute last night. Ooh, got me. Y'all will see. I netted 83 pips. This little small move right here. 83 pips. And I sure did close it out before I started class, but you'll see it in tomorrow's YouTube video. Okay, so those who got Ocean Wave, this was just gorgeous. Okay, everything was red. Now it's bouncing back. That's why you got the green arrow. But the point is, guys, is that I really think that we do too much trading. And let me ask you guys this as a group, and then let's get to hands, and then I got to go. If I was to ask you guys, would you feel comfortable taking, let's say, 5 or 6 trades a week only? And out of that 5 or 6, maybe you lose 1. Would you feel better about your trading week? By the way, Miss Donna, congrats for you. I ain't going to tell you, everything, but she sent me a screenshot of all the trades she took. And she just knocking it out of the park with the Ocean Wave. Okay? Because again, these markets, when it's in news events and going crazy, you'll notice that primarily it's typically going to spike in the same direction as a trend. I've been telling you guys that too, okay? So that's the reason why if you have both systems, you'll be better off, because when the midweek comes, you'll be able to have that. But in the beginning of the week, you'll clearly see, man, you can smash these markets, smash them, Okay. But the truth is, yeah, let's consider it. What if I cut down on the number of trades I take? By cutting down on the number of excessive, I should never have even taken those trades in the first place because I was just undisciplined. Would that not instantly raise your winning percentage? This is why when people ask me, what's your winning percentage? None of your business. You know why? Because I can have the same trading system as you, but you don't have discipline and I do. So that's why I don't put the winning percentages on my website. Ain't nobody gonna come after me. Well, you said, Uncle P, you said it had an 80-90% win rate. You know what they don't factor in? The person using the system. You. That's the problem. Type amen if you know I'm telling them the TRUTH. When you run a business, you got to be careful. They don't factor in the winning percentage, your personal behavior. So yes, I can get an 80-90% win rate because I'm very skeptical and patient. But then here come your gunslinger behind one to take 70 trades a week. And then when you get a minus 20% win rate, now you want to come back. You lied about your trading system. It don't work. No, it does work. It just don't work for you because you don't know how to keep your freaking hands off these charts. The devil is a lie. It works perfectly, but not for you because they don't take into account the user of the software. If I buy a two Mercedes-Benz today, I hand out the keys. If I give the keys to a person who's in their 50s, and then I give the keys to a person who's only 14, okay, if this person, I can say, yeah, this is a very safe vehicle. Yeah, it is, but it depends on who's driving it. Type of 45 if y'all understand what I'm telling you. A person in their 50s is going to respect the Mercedes. A person who's 14 is just going to try to show off and do donuts in it with their friends. It's the user who's the problem. Don't keep blaming the car. It's you. You're doing too much. You didn't go through the tutorials. You don't follow rules. You break rules that even you make, and then you keep wondering why you got low winning percentages. So hell no, I'm not putting on, Lord forgive me for saying that, but no, I ain't putting that on my website. Well, what's the winning percentage? I don't know. It depends on you. See, some of y'all wonder why I stopped doing stuff. This is why. What's the winning percentage? What's your discipline level? Jesus, that's some good stuff. That's good stuff. See, don't come at me. I'm going to come back at you because the truth is, this is as retail traders, this is where we screw up. That's why I'm begging you guys to do the 90-day plan with me. Hold yourself accountable to stick to the freaking rules. There is zero reason you should have 40 and 50 trades a week. No wonder you're tired every weekend, exhausted and frustrated. No wonder. He said it had an 80% win rate. Do it, but just not for you. I said 80% for a disciplined trader. You don't fit that category. Gunslinger? Trade addict? Knock your bad behavior off, and then you'll instantly see it because you'll be very, very skeptical. I don't trust no trades. So I'm very skeptical. I'm putting them through every week. I'm constantly looking over my checklist to see how can I tighten it up to eliminate these employees who don't deserve to be hired, called Forex currency pairs. You don't deserve for me to be trading you. I'm looking for reasons not to take a trade. Which one of y'all don't fit what I'm looking for? And then I scale it down to the ones who really, really catch my eye to the best. And then, only then, I'm wanting you. Other than that, I don't want to fool with you. You can lost your mind. I'm good. Putting in all this extra work and I ain't getting no results. Tired. If that's you or if you've ever experienced that, type of 70 and then let's get to these hands. I got to get out of here. Just tired. And this is the crap nobody talks about. But part of that is our fault. Professional traders, banks, and institutions don't do what we're doing. And we keep doing bad behavior and expecting banking institution results. No discipline. Oh, I saw a setup. Let me take it real quick. Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is there any news events coming out? I don't know. Stop. Spoil rotten self. No wonder. Was there a better pair that you possibly could have traded? I don't know. I just saw this setup, Uncle P. I got the arrow. I hear that all the time. I got the arrow. I don't care about no arrow. I don't care. I look for a reason not to hire you because I only want the best of the best on my squad. I want elite pairs on my squad. If you ain't elite, you get deleted. I don't want to deal with you. The chances are I done worked hard all week, and here you come, and you be the very one that just takes all my winnings away for the whole week. And now I almost made it to the end of the week happy, and then here come your foolishness because I did not disqualify your behind. I didn't check for news before I took the trade, and here you come, pulling some foolishness like this. And now look what happened to me. I lost all of them. Because I trusted you, and then I had such a good week. I said, I'm gonna put a little extra on this trade, and they end up taking everything I worked all hard for all week long. Hex to the no. And I can't blame you. You the market. You do what you do. Uncle P told me that news event was gonna come out on the USD pairs. I knew it. I just didn't heed his warning. I didn't listen. I was stubborn. See, I'm going to check you, not trading systems. I don't care if you get mine or somebody else. I'm going to check you. Like you should be checking you. You know, doggone well you didn't check news before you took that trade. Then fix it this week. Make a commitment. I'm going to check news events before I take any trade. For some of you guys, that alone will help you. And I even do a full video on Sunday before the market opened to help you know what news events to pay attention. You don't even look at that. Well, this video take too long. Then no wonder you losing. Your impatient self. No, you ain't never gonna, don't even think you're gonna make it to a millionaire status. You're not, because millionaire status requires very strong discipline. And if you ain't got it, guess what? Don't matter. You're not gonna make it. Now let me get to this hand. I gotta bounce. Reg, go ahead.
How you doing?
What up, bro?
Okay. Mind if we take a look at GU, please?
Yes, indeed. G Greasy. Now see, this was nice. Look at this.
Yeah, and I'm actually still in that one. And as you were doing your lecture,
all right, let me go ahead and walk you guys through it. For those, look, I can't even get the words out, Reg. All right, for those who have the 450 Simplicity Sex Analyst, as you can see, let me go through a couple of confirmations. As you can see, number one, it's in the supply and demand zone box, which I got mine's purple and blues right here, okay? Then if I remove the daily dot, you'll see that it's, and let me just expand it so you guys can see. It has resistance dots up here, okay? A little resistance, okay? It's hitting at the top of the trend line. You can see the little dots now, okay? They're hidden behind the simplicity zone, okay? So that's there. And then it's in the simplicity batters box, the red zone at the very top. We drop down to the 15-minute, and we got an arrow. Everything lines up right there, okay? What's your question for me, Rich?
The thing is, when that arrow came out, the price was already past that 23.6 fib. And I was like, okay, arrow came out. My gut is saying, keep it going, but then it's at the fib, and I'm kind of like, all right, do I hold on, or do I just take the money and get up out of there?
Yeah, you want to know what I would do? You want to know what I would do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me mark this up. A couple of reasons. What fib level is that? The 50% retracement level. Number two, you see this? Okay. You see this over here, this structure? And let me
that's an old daily dot.
Look at this, all the way over. Look at this level. See? Boom, 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 boom. 50
Mm,
retracement. All everything is screaming what?
I need to get up out of there.
Okay, let's go further. And you're asking a very good question. It's really nice when you can ask a question on how soon can you take profit instead of a loss. Now, what's the other thing that you see? And I got to do this
Mm,
quickly because I gotta bounce. What do you see right here?
slant pattern.
Come on now. What do slant patterns always do?
They go back to the original trend when the London session's over.
All right. And it's already heading on 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what's about to happen in a couple hours?
London session
Is about to
is,
be over.
is if it's not already over,
You got it. So what happens at the end of that?
it goes back up.
Okay. So if you made this profit, and I see it's still dripping, and
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
think for every little extra drip, but what do you think I would do?
I take the money and run.
You got my answer, bro. You know what to do. Come on, bro. You know it. Take the money,
Hey,
be greedy, live to trade another day. I
yeah,
trade sometimes I be in the trade and I close it out too early and I can say, oh gosh, darn it, I closed this out too early, but at least I made something. Am I right?
yes.
Now, what if you walked away? Now you can always put on a trailing stop or something like that if you think you want to see if it goes further, maybe down to the 38.2 fib level, which is down here. And everybody, you don't got to know what the fibs are. It comes with the sexy analyst. So if you ain't got it, get the SA system. So here's another structure that it can possibly drip itself down to. That's cool. So you can use a trailing stop or whatever. You can move your stop loss below your entry to lock in gain. So if it does pop back up, it'll hit your stop and this and that. Or you can just cash out right now. It's like you're at the casino. You know the market is about to close at the end of London. And when it does, it typically does what? Bounce back up. If that is the case, do you want to still be trying to go for extra, or you want to just thank the casino and walk out the door with your winnings?
Hmm. I think I might need to take this money and get up out of here and live the
Cash
trading
them
life.
out, bro. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
All right, cool, cool. All
All
right.
right.
Thank you, sir. Sonia, you could be the last person if you had your hand, because I got to go. I literally have to head out in 2 minutes. I just didn't want to cancel class. I wanted to make sure I can be here for you guys. Okay. All right. Any other question, Sonia? Okay. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. But if this class was helpful to you, I know it's shorter than normal, but if this class was helpful to you, please type a 100 in the box. I want to always make sure that I'm helping you guys. I didn't see you, Sonia. I didn't see you. She said you're muted. I didn't see your hand. Hold on, Sonia. Hold on. Okay, let me see. Why am I not seeing your hand? What is going on here? Oh, there you go. Okay, got you. Okay, go ahead and unmute.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm going to say how are you, but I can see you're in good form, so that's cool.
Yes.
Just a quick one. I didn't get the ocean wave initially, so you probably answered this question before. But what I was wondering, I saw a pair this morning. I can't remember which one it was. All of them were green, yeah. All of them were green at the whatever you call the arrow section. But the last arrow had come in on the 4 hour like ages ago. So my question is, how long? Because I believe we're supposed to wait for a current arrow, but how long after an arrow has printed, let's say even on the H4, in that situation, would you have still took it, or do you say no? I have to wait for a fresh arrow.
I trade typically after 15 to 30 minute with the ocean wave and then look for confirmation. Let me see. Alrighty. Let's see if I can find a pair. Let's go to the Swiss JPY. That one always juicy. So, all right. So when this arrow came in, some of these, since they're showing you what the long-term trend is, if you're entering in at this time and this is just me, I'm looking for an arrow on the 15-minute that just came in. I'm just looking, like I said, you're either going to do the full bars, which you see here, or you're going to see the half and half. Those are the two options that I usually like to use when I'm looking for confirmations down here. So it's not about the fresh arrow down here. I'm looking for a fresh arrow up here with a confirmation of where's the directional bias, if that makes sense.
Yes, but that's what I mean. Let's use the example that you got on there. Could you put the day separators on, please?
Say again?
Can you put the day separators on, please, so I can see
Sure.
when that are okay?
Yeah. So that one is today is Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So this one came in on Sunday.
So this is my point. So say I was doing something, didn't see all of that, just go on today and I see this. What I'm asking, try and ask it a different way. Is that arrow too old for me to take that buy?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's not fresh. It's too far gone. Yes, sis, I get you. No, I don't. That's why I said I look for mines at a certain time. And if it ain't there, now there may be some, like I said, I did take this one here. And by the time I looked at it, it was sliding over a little bit. So it was just a little bit over, but it's still right here. You get what I'm saying? And then I dropped down, and at the time, the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15, and you'll see in the video tomorrow. You'll see it. You'll see.
Okay.
Because I recorded this trade and my gold trade. But yeah, so long as it's half and half and the arrow was still kind of close to price action where I'm going to enter, yes. But if the price action is so far gone, then no. And this is part of what I'm talking about, us being willing to be patient and wait for the best of the best. Because if this thing been running and the arrow is way back here and now here I am trying to look to jump in, am I being thirsty? Or am I being thirsty and desperate, or is that executing? Hey, you know what? I think there's some congrats for you, but I think that you too far gone for me.
Yeah. You're being thirsty.
You're being thirsty and desperate, just like single people who just got to have a man or have to have a woman. You just grabbing anything at this point. And typically, when you do that, do you get high quality or low quality people?
Low quality.
And this is the same behavior we're doing in this Forex market. That's exactly why I keep trying to use relationship behavior that people can understand and grasp the concept to relay the concept of what we're actually doing to ourselves in this Forex market. Some of this, we love to blame others, love to blame others, blame the trading system, blame this, blame that. And the truth of the matter is we refuse to look at ourselves. And this is why I'm constantly doing this market psychology stuff at the beginning of class before we even look at charts, to slow us down, to realize we are doing major damage to ourselves. Some of this is self-inflicted wounds. And so part of that is, even looking at this one, as cute as it was, congratulations. So thank God you made all these pips. But for me to look at you as a candidate now, you don't even, you was cute. You was cute, but you ain't cute for me now. You get what I'm saying? You too far gone. So what does that mean? I missed my opportunity on this one. I just got to wait for the next one. And that requires us to just back up and say, you know what, Uncle P, you're right. I'm just going to learn to be patient, slow down. Because I'm going to tell you this, and I'm close with this. Some of these traders who we got on our channels and YouTube channels, we looking at how successful they are, but we're not looking at, and part of this is because they don't say it. They don't talk about it enough, but they're very patient waiting for a particular thing. And that means that they barely trade all week long. This is why, watch this, honest to God truth. This is why that when people join their groups, and I know some of them, when they join their groups, people get pissed off. Oh, they ain't sending out enough signals. All this, and you'll get their trading system or you'll learn their strategy, but then people blow it up. You want to know why people can take anybody's strategy and blow it up, and then they go into the next one, including mine. You want to know what's going on? Here's what's going on. Because when we presented it to you, with a certain set of rules and condition, market conditions. And if these conditions are met, then it's called the if-then principle. Yeah. If you do this, then I will do that. It's basically like the Bible. God makes promises, but he says, if you will do this, then I will do that. We want to disregard the if, which is our responsibility, because we want that, which is the blessing. And the problem is I told you, yes, you can have the blessing if these conditions are met. And we ignore the conditions to get the results. Not you, but I'm just sharing this because I'm talking to everybody as a whole, including myself. Part of it is when we slow down, we'll look at, did it meet the conditions? Did I meet the conditions? And the conditions were no, they didn't meet the conditions. And that's why my winning percentage for me was sucking. Yeah, I seen the setup, but it didn't meet the conditions. And I took it and I ended up losing my trades. So now I'm more about meeting conditions first and then honoring the setup. So I really appreciate your question. I really do. They're very, very good question. I'm so glad I took your question, because this is one of the things that's eating us up as alive as a team. And when I say team, I mean Forex retail traders. Whether we like it or not, you got the banks, institutions, and your broker, all of them making a boatload of money off of us. And then you have the lower level us, retail traders, who's squabbling and trying to tear each other down. But the truth is, we're all in the same boat.
Yeah, yeah. But I'd like you to know that your efforts are not in vain, and I applied your principles this morning because I was looking at the trading, and what I've decided to do, because I have both systems, on a Wednesday, I don't even look at the ocean wave. So I was just looking through the simplicity and saw a potential for 15 on the AU.
Yeah.
But I thought, I've got to check, just out of interest. And I flipped over to the ocean wave, and all of the arrows were saying buy. And I was like, but it's at the top of the box. So I was in doubt, so I stayed out. And so
that's what I'm talking about.
It's dripping, it's getting through, Uncle P, it's getting through. I was quite proud of myself. I'm like, I do not know because it's conflicting. I'm staying out.
Perfect. And that's what I suggest to everybody. That's one of my conditions. If I am in doubt, I'm going to stay out. I'm not going to sit there and take a trade because I just feel the need to take a trade. I will, if you don't meet my conditions, then I'm going to stay out, period. If I have doubt, stay out, period. So sis, thank you so much. I got to get out of here, you guys. I love y'all. So hopefully this class was helpful. Thank you so much for your question. I really, really, really appreciate it. That is an excellent question. Excellent question, because it brings out one of the root nuggets as to why we as retail traders are losing so bad. And part of that is because they don't meet the conditions. So it's like dating. You guys just pick up your dating. Don't worry about the dating game. Worry about your qualification game. Okay. And not blaming other people. Ain't no good men out there. There's plenty. It's just that you have a poor selection process. Okay. Ain't no good women out here. Yeah, it is. I got one of them. You just got a poor selection process. Same thing with the Forex market. Slow down and put it through a process. Show me proof that you qualify for my money. Okay. And once we slow this down, we're going to instantly see our winning percentage is going to skyrocket. All right, you guys, I got to get out of here. I love you guys. Anybody who is listening on YouTube, and I know a couple of hundred people typically listen later on, thank you.